still looking at the money lending business. I did say it is regulated as well. So just like any other business, remember, you don't open up a business and you pay these taxes to the taxman hoping to make losses. That means at the end of the day, through the interest rates that they provide, because they give you money, you go and use that money is going to produce something bigger for you. So that means in return, as you bringing the money back, you have to put some interest rates that will make it easier for the money lender as well to stay in business. And this is where our discussion is. And I'm still with Mr. John Sunday, who is taking us through this entire process, this entire business space, and how you can start it up and be successful at it. So, Mr. Sunday, if I'm to as well get to a discussion to do with the interest rates, how are the interest rates for the money lenders? Is there one that is it uniform to the entire money lenders in the country that you should not have, for example, interest rates that don't exceed 10%, 15%? What are the interest rates like? Are they more expensive or cheaper?
No, I can't say they are expensive or cheap.
Okay.
They are reasonable.
Okay.
And companies have different rates, but it's reasonable. Most of them range between 5 to 10%. The highest can be as far as 15, but that's the highest.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are not really so high. And of course, you know, the ease, you just have all those things, you just walk up, you just walk to a money lender's company and you get the money. There is no bureaucracy, there is no what.
Okay.
So, and this is, money lenders are doing well. And of course, the interest rates for an individual money lending company is informed by the number of clients and the type of clients and the amount of capital they have. Yes.
Okay.
If, for example, I have 100 billion shillings,
all right,
why should it lie in the bank? Yet I cannot, if it's not fixed, it's just, it's not, it's a saving, it's on a savings account. Even a fixed account, I don't think you can get 2% per month.
Okay.
Why can't I give it at 5% per month?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not high, and the interest, it's with money lending company. You see, almost you are dealing with the owners of the company.
Okay.
You face to face. Than where a bank is there, the owners are in South Africa.
Okay.
Yes, but so you negotiate. You can negotiate.
Okay.
Even at times you just come and say, "Well, my customer, take this money right here. You will pay."
Okay.
Me, we give those offers also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interest. So that means you mean to tell me that your interest rates are cheaper compared to the ones from the commercial banks?
Yes, they are cheaper, except that they are short term.
Okay.
Short term. But they are cheaper. Imagine someone giving you 1 million shillings and you are paying 100,000 after 30 days.
Okay, so
if I went to Mbarara,
okay,
and bought Matoke and brought Nakawa here, in a month, every week I'm going to Mbarara, I come and sell, I come and sell, I come and sell. That 1 million can make my million in 1 month. But the money lender is taking 100,000. I can tell you, business is the way to go. Personally, I'm a civil servant. But my salary cannot buy my car, cannot fuel my car. What do? I have the brain, I studied. We're in business and we are doing well. So, and this person who is taking our money, you look at, we have customers who have been with us for the last 10 plus years.
Okay.
I don't think a customer can come back to you when he's not seeing value in the money he's getting from you.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can tell you, look at the clientele of most banks in Kampala, in Uganda here. I don't think we are over, banks in total have more than 5 million customers. But if you made a proper search and got these licensed money lenders,
okay,
they're operating like banks. They're in thousands of customers.
Okay.
Why? Because we are not so tight.
Okay. And speaking of money lending as a business, I would wish to know, Do you consider it as a profitable venture, or there are lots of challenges that come to it?
Very profitable,
Okay.
but with very high challenge, so many challenges.
Let's
And of
speak about
course,
challenges.
yes, you can't do business. It's a risk. There are challenges.
Okay.
For example, there is a lot of fraud.
Okay.
Some people overborrow. Someone overborrows. Has many loans here and there. So it's, you are just chasing, but this is the language in business. You don't just relax. Okay. There are many challenges. People die. If someone has died and has been your good customer, what do you do? So you have to, you can write it off. You look at how much have you got from him, have you recovered your principal and some percentage. As I told you, when we in this business, we become friends. You find even you have known, I've made so many friends as a result of this business. They have become personal friends and family friends. So in case an event of death happens to someone, and he has died, what do? You go ahead and sell his property. For us in labor investments, we are Christians, so we do that. So those are basically challenges. Of course, I cannot say the taxes are high. Okay. When the tax is high, we send the burden goes to the customer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how when it comes to interaction with your clients, do you believe they would choose to go in for money lenders than commercial banks?
Yeah, they would, because actually, as I was interacting with some of our prominent members, I say, you people, the interest rate is slightly high according to the project where you are borrowing for, because you are borrowing to go and invest in this business, but it would be better if we went to the bank. But they say, please, we cannot go to the bank because I need money today. The bank it will take me a week plus to get this money. Why do I go to the bank? Yes? So, at times they have these charges you cannot understand. Insurance, what? All these guys the money lenders don't want to understand this, as long as money is there and they have what you need. But I have told you, even the commercial banks, they do loan appraisals. But it's a process. But here, it's me, with some few employees I have, then I'm the last person who makes a decision. With some few questionnaires, I ask you this and that, and I'm there. So I've seen most customers really prefer to deal with us than going to money lenders. But of course, as you know, there are some projects you will not fund using money lenders' money, because the interest rates are slightly higher. If you are involved in a project, of course, the higher, the bigger the amount. Of course, the higher the amount of interest you will pay.
Okay.
And this one will affect your operations and your working capital.
Okay. And is there a limit to the money or the amount that you lend out to individuals or businesses?
First of all, any business, money, as one of the qualities of money is that money is scarce. I don't think you can say for us we don't have limits. Where will you get the money if the whole nation say we have our collateral? So there are limits, but according to how we have appraised you, and yeah, there are limits. Of course, you have to look at your customers vis-a-vis the capital you have. I can easily predict how many customers will come in a month. I look at my old customers and new customers. Okay. And for us at Rebahare is that you just walk in with all the requirements, money is there, you go. Then go that, you come next week, there is no money, people haven't paid. So you must have to make that assessment and know. So how much money do I need in this particular month? And then you will put a cap, a limit. But however also, your collateral determines how much we give you. Okay. To sum it all.
So if your collateral is not worthy the amount that you want to go for, it is a no.
If it's worth a, no, if it's worth a amount you want, we give you.
Okay.
Yeah. Mind you, we also borrow. If you wanted like 3 billion, and maybe money is in saturation, I don't have it ready there, I go and borrow because the company has assets.
Okay.
So we use also those assets and borrow. We have also, the company has liability, we also have liabilities. So we have loans. You can imagine you go borrow and lend also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, speaking of the other issue to do with if someone now fails to pay, are there chances you give to the clients, maybe time?
Yeah, of course.
Or are you going to definitely sell off the collateral?
No, we give you time. For us, we give you up to 3 months. You see, the loan, that's why I've said we've not had such a cases where we are selling someone. A loan goes bad before even you disbursing it.
Okay.
Yes. Have you ever been conned? Immediately you have raised, you have known you have been conned. Immediately you have raised this money, you know this person has no capacity to pay. So you knew this person did not have the capacity to pay. That's why you need really proper client appraisal.
Okay.
Yes, but we always give time. We give you after 3 months, then the whole process begins. The whole process involves, of course, legal channels, laws and whatever, arbitration, mediating. You come and talk, because this today situation has, like in COVID, we lost a lot of money.
People were coming
because
in
people were lost incomes.
I know.
People lost incomes.
Okay.
People lost jobs. And this person has been servicing his loan very well. What do you do? You sell him? Do we have a market where we sell people that you will sell this person and get money? But of course, this one takes me to insurance. Most of these loans we give out the insured. Yeah, so of course insurance cannot pay you all the money. Yes? So you will get part of it, and some of it you will forfeit it.
Okay.
Will forego it.
I wanted to clearly know, you didn't give me my answer in regards to a limit that you would give a client. For example, if an individual wants to get a loan, which limit? I do believe there is a limit to you as a business person. Which limit do you have in terms of money that you do not exceed this amount if it's going onto a personal account or it's going to an individual?
As I said, we don't have limits. The limits are defined
by
and
what you have
determined by what you have, by the collateral you have. And also the limits are informed by the available funds we have
at the moment.
At the moment. And as I've told you, our cash inflows keep on fluctuating. Why? People are paying and people are taking money.
Okay.
If people are paying and are not taking money, you find you have a lot of money.
Okay.
So this person who has come, when you have a lot of money, of course, he will take. Okay. He will take what he wants, but of course, the collateral you have determines it all. Okay. And the purpose for which you are borrowing. Because we need also to say at a certain extent.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to know than pushing you into issues which will lead to sale of your property. Basically, with money lending, what do you offer? You don't give us your patent rights.
Okay.
As collateral. It must be a financial movable or immovable property. Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, Mr. Sunday, your final remarks and your parting shots to one, people who want to set up money lending businesses, and then those who want to acquire loans from money lenders. What are the last words that you can leave with them?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Money lending business is a good business if you are working within the law. Ugandans are smart. They will come, get your money if you are not working within the law. So if you are working within the law, you will not have any other issues. For me, what I say, if you want to do any business, any business, not necessarily money lending business, you must do a legitimate business.
Okay.
A legitimate business is a business which is licensed, it pays tax, it submits its income returns,
okay,
and you not have issues. Otherwise, we are, as a result of money lending business, we have added other business portfolios. We are in farming, we are in real estate, we are in dog breeding, we are in transport and logistics. Yes? So, but money lending has been our cash cow. So, viewers and listeners out there, if you have money, do the right thing. You invest in money lending business, you will have not gotten it wrong. You will also sit at the table of the middle class.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is John Sunday, who is the chairman, Rehabari Investments, and he was taking us through the money lending business. I do hope the discussions in here have been vital to you. One of the key words here, the key catch words that we've actually got to realize is that the national ID is needed when you are acquiring the loan, but it should not be used as collateral if you are going in for a loan. And then there is no limit to the money that is going to that is being lent out to a business or an individual. What determines the money that is going to be lent out is the collateral, the value of the collateral that you have as an individual or as a business. And now that brings us to the end of our topic of discussion this morning. Let's call in for a break. All right, now away from the topic of discussion, we are heading into the SMB Insight. And today's SMB Insight looks at business registration. Well, many businesses are struggling in regards to finding licenses. And the best way to get your license, that means when you're supposed to be remitting taxes as well to the taxman, is making sure that you have the registration done already. And with registration, then that means you're regulated and you have a license to operate, whether in Kampala or away from Kampala. So this particular insight comes in from the Uganda Registration Service Bureau, taking us through the importance of registering your business, what needs to be done, and why it is important for you to register that business idea of yours.
A business, we have so many categories of businesses. We have what we call a business name. This one is a trade name you can use to identify your brand in the business market. It is basically a name that identifies your business. One can name their business as Smb Solutions or Enterprises. So that is a brand name. That is the smallest business URSB can register, and it only costs 24,000 shillings. The criteria of registering it is, first of all, reserving the name. If the name passes the desirability test, then it's good to go. We only give you a form that is called a statement of particulars, where you fill in the details of the person, of the applicant, their date of birth, and where the business is going to be situated. And thereafter a day, we issue with a certificate of registration. And we have what we call companies. This one is different from a business name. How? It is different in a way that a company is separate and distinct from its members. It has legal existence. The way a human being is, it has an arm, it has a leg, it has a brain. It operates through its directors or shareholders, which is different from a business name. For a business name, it's just an individual. So a company, one can sue the company and not the individual. So basically, not to delve into the advantages, that is one of the advantages of a company compared to a business name. So the criteria of registering a company is you first go through the reservation of the name to see if the name passes the desirability test. And what we look at when we are registering that name is it similar to what we have in our database? Does it have political connotations, political slangs? There we send you to the Electoral Commission. Does this name pass the moral applicability? Is it vulgar? We look at all those criteria and then issue with the name. After you've reserved the name, you go to the next step. You avail us forms, that is Form A1, Form S18, and the memorandum and articles basically. Form S18 just indicates who the members or the subscribers of the companies are. The Form A1 basically shows the share capital. This is basically share capital which shows the weight, how heavy the company is. So basically that's it. Those are the mandatory requirements at the registration of the company. And for a company that has a share capital of 1 million shillings, it will only pay stamp duty of about 130,000 shillings. Just to be brief, not to break it down. For a company that has a share capital of 10 million and above, one will part with about 250,000 shillings. It is very, very mandatory to register your business, as I first stated. And there are very many benefits one can get when they register their business. There are enormous benefits. Before even URSB gives you those incentives to attract you to register your business, one should know that there are very many benefits. One of them being obtaining a trading license. You know very well that you cannot operate within these business parameters without obtaining a trading license from KCCA. So it is mandatory for every business to be registered so that they can acquire a trading license from KCCA, from any local government. Number two, we are all seeing the East African community. Everybody is free to trade outside the borders of this country. Many people are exporting their produce. Many people are exporting several goods out of this country. So there is no way you can leverage on those benefits of trading outside this country without registering your business. Many people don't have capital to start their businesses. So when they go to these banking institutions, the first thing the banking institution requires from you is a certificate of registration or a certificate of incorporation. And that is only issued by Uganda Registration Services Bureau. So before you go to any bank for a loan, they have to make sure that your business is legitimately registered with Uganda Registration Services Bureau. Number three, we are seeing bids. Government is always issuing bids in the newspapers on Mondays and Fridays. There is no way you can go and bid without your business being registered. Number three, you build a brand. This is how you attract your clients to your business, because they identify you as a particular business. You cannot trade under somebody's business. So this brand in a later stage creates a reputation and goodwill, and it ends up attracting customers to your business. So incentives that we are giving our customers are that come and register, because it is very, very mandatory to register your business. You cannot live without registering your business with Uganda Registration Services Bureau. And you can start with a business which is as low as 24,000 shillings. That is a business name. And when your company has grown to a certain amount or to a certain tune, you can seize that business name and upgrade into a company by filing a notice of cessation.
All right, and that's it from the Business Insight, the SMB Insight this morning on matters to do with business registration. Now, pretty much situation when we are moving on, by the way, with what the Uganda Revenue Authority intends to make Ugandans believe that it's important and vital for you to pay these taxes. But how do you pay these taxes? You need a TIN number. Now, all these come through registration, because then your business gets to be recognized in public, and then at least among the policymakers from the financial part of it, from the financial aspect of life, get to realize that your business is part of the value chain or plays a pivotal role in the economy of Uganda. So that is why we call upon all business owners out there, whether small, medium, or I believe the micro have already done the registration. It is important for you as a small business or medium-sized business to get your businesses registered and licensed before you face any other penalty or challenge as you're moving through and doing your business. But pretty much that is it for the SMB Insight this morning. After the break, we will be going on ground with Berija Andrew, and our topic is entirely on the current situation of weather, the rains. How are they affecting business people? We'll be just right back. Stick around.